Visitation stuff. Boom.
All right.
Lyin, Cryin, Jim, Ryan. Let's do this. I'll be right back.
The side eye she likes to give.
Oh, I know. That's what she did. What did you call her this morning, honey? And the look that she gave you.
Probably a retard.
No, it was.
Oh, hella.
Yeah, and she took the look.
It's like she stopped everything just to give you a corner eye stare.
Hello.
Who your master is.
What's up? Yeah.
Alright. Take care of business. Make sure you don't throw dog meat. Alright? No, I gotta go down there. What?
I'm gonna go down to the dumpster tonight.
No, tonight, but don't touch it because you're What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
You're just talking gibberish. It's like when you smell weed everywhere all the time.
I said you reek. I didn't say you didn't smell
No, you're talking
weed.
gibberish.
He just wants it under the tree where the pallets are. Like on this side of the tree. I like the peanut butter closet, like it's for special stuff you can spray with that. That's probably not those clothes you're gonna wear that's in your closet. It's basically used for whatever.
Hey, if you guys are going out together, I do need soil. Right?
No, he was gonna go get Isaac for me.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. When you stay in the shower's here, look at the left-hand side. It's like the cotton is coming apart.
I know, hon, I noticed
you
it.
didn't tell me that?
I noticed it the other day, so we may have to call him.
Well, I don't know if they would do cotton.
Talking for some reason in that bathroom does not
Oh,
work.
no, it's everywhere. We would have to.
Because we can't get water in there.
Oh, we can't. Well, it's a shower.
Yeah, well, no, we can't get it.
So we'll figure it out. I just noticed it.
I noticed it too. I was like, are you friggin' kidding me?
Are you friggin' kidding me? Oh, who do we got? Oh, the millions! We can hear you? Yes, you can hear me. Giggity Gaz! The A to Z of Elgato.
Partnered with Elgato.
Gaz, the partner of Elgato. Just Lightsy, the partner of Vamp Orchid. Oh, it made her sound like she's gay now. Hey, big casino, ching ching.
Ding!
Oh. I am on my way. It's hard to put the foam around the door. Cobblemon now. I've got a job on a Minecraft Pokemon mod server. Nice.
What, like you getting paid for it?
A Minecraft Pokemon mod server.
That's... Yeah. I'm not sure how that would work.
Not sure. It'd be cool though.
Hey, that's not a creeper, that's a Charizard.
Oh no. Let's darken myself a little bit. Or super dark.
Gone to the dark side.
Elgato. Gaz, you need to get these Elgato products fixed, man. I'm telling you right now. The microphone's good. The Stream Deck is good. The camera sucks. And HD 60 Plus sucks. I'm just throwing that out there. They're just terrible. But it's all you can really get for something that's good. A bit sick, but otherwise good, Gaz. Oh, whoa.
Yo, that's sick.
That's sick, bruh. Bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow.
What's Bob Ross painting this time?
James will point out the hole in my shirt. Look how bright it is. That's how white I am. Oh, it's like the sun is beaming through.
Yeah. The magnificent skin disease.
Yeah.
How does he do that?
How's he do what?
How does Bob Ross do that? That's crazy. There's a Twitch channel on Twitch.
Yeah.
And it's Bob Ross, and it's like, it looks like it's official, but it's someone just putting on
Right.
like a marathon of Bob Ross, and it happens every weekend.
Yeah, and it's the channel's a happy little weekend marathon. It's incredible though, the mad skills of Bob Ross, because that looks real. That looks real what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's just put a big streak on, and you just think, oh my god, he's ruined it. Like,
Look at those mountains. The mountains are incredible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he just does it with a couple of brushes. Like, he doesn't do anything particularly fancy with him. It's just experience. But I just think it's like he puts on that massive sort of streak, and you know it's going to become a tree. But when he first puts it on, you think, oh, he's ruining it. What is he doing?
Yeah.
And then he just makes it look magnificent.
And there's over 1,500 people watching this.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's millions watching this stream right now, but still, 1,500 people watching that. That's really cool. We're on episode 71, man.
Yes. What we're gonna do when we get to 100?
I don't know. Maybe we should do the 100th episode live.
Maybe we should.
Oh, that's funny.
Just for poops and giggles.
Look at the lake he just put in there. How did he do that? He just put in kind of like a little stream or whatever. The millions!
And he died in 1995. He died like 5 years before I was born.
I would like to know thanks, Lee. I'd like to know how many paintings he painted. That would be kind of cool. Like the number. Because every stream is one painting, or every show is one painting, is it not?
Yeah.
Bob Ross for the win, man. That guy's a stallion. And God bless. I'll see you next week. Look at that painting.
Yeah.
Executive producer, Adrian Dowling. This has got to be Canadian, though, is it? It looks Canadian.
I don't know.
It's got to be. Anything that epic is out of Canada. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I love this music. I think it's this screen. I just changed things up and I forgot it. So here we go. Hey, it is the right screen. Welcome to the Gamers Pass podcast, where all of us get together and we chat about video games. And this is episode 71. We mainly chat about Xbox for the most part. And it's actually sticking right above my head. And that wasn't on purpose. That was, that just happened right now. So,
every time you talk about, you need like a button where it's like every time you talk about Xbox, it lights up.
Oh, that would be cool. I could use my Stream Deck, my Elgato Stream Deck, sponsored by Elgato and Gaz. And so, yeah, that would be awesome. I would love to do that. This week has been a crazy week. There's tons to talk about. We're not even going to get to everything because I can't keep quiet, and then the show would be 3-4 hours, and which I'd be totally fine with, by the way. I like streaming long streams, but it's a Sunday afternoon, afternoon for Lee, morning for me, and yeah, so we don't want to do that. So here we go. Joining me, as usual, is Lee Everett. Lee, how are you, and what have you been playing this week?
I'm doing awesome, and what I've been playing this week is Diablo 4,
Yes.
Diablo 4, and Diablo 4.
I know. It's so crazy. That's pretty much all well, anyways, keep going. Look, I stole your thunder already. So, all right, tell me about your Diablo 4 shenanigans. What you doing? Where you at? All of that stuff.
Well, from a checked, I'm at level 66 at the moment.
Yes, you are.
Something that I'm not sure whether you want to mention later, but we completed the capstone.
No, let's talk about it now. Yeah. I wasn't even going to mention that. Yeah.
All right. But which was awesome because the capstone opens the ability to play World Tier 4.
Yep. The highest tier.
Of which we are not equipped enough for. But,
that is a struggle.
I mean, the three of us, like me, you, and Isaiah, we can do it. It's a bit of a grind as it goes, but it's
insane.
We can do it, but like, if it's just two or one of us, I think
Oh no,
it's a lot harder or not.
We couldn't do it just you and I, or just like Isaiah and you. I think the three people is the minimum of what you can do in Capstone. So
yeah.
Capstone is like the final dungeon to open up the last world tier. You had to beat Elias. They recommend 70 plus in order to beat this to open up world tier 4. And so I was 61 or 60. I think I was 60. Lee was 65 at the time. And Isaiah, I think, was 63. I think it was.
I think it was 61 or 62.
All right, and then we beat it. We beat it yesterday afternoon, and it was awesome. We beat it. So then we opened up World Tier 4. We did a couple dungeons, and it was a nightmare. It was insanely hard and difficult. That's what she said. And it was just incredible, though. And so I can't wait to get to World Tier 4 and just open up the game and get some ancestral stuff and all of that. So have you played anything else? Which you should be playing Skyrim for a little bit. But anything else?
No, I haven't played anything else. But good point with the Skyrim, because you have recommended it to me in terms of it has like a vague feel of Diablo where you can go into your own role.
Yes, where it's like an RPG, right?
Different classes.
Yeah, this is a first-person. So I should clarify that. This is a typical RPG. It's a first-person action RPG where Diablo is an RPG, but it's more top-down. Like it's really weird dungeon crawler. Where this is, you're in an insane, beautiful world, wonderful world. And yeah, Skyrim is a must. You need to play Skyrim just while Starfield's coming up, because you're all in on Starfield, and so just so you can get a little taste of what's going on, because there's some Fallout aspects. It looks like that's in this too for Starfield, and we'll talk more on Starfield here coming up. But yeah, highly recommend jumping into Skyrim, even if you play like an hour, just so you can watch the intro, which is awesome. The intro is incredible. And then you can just go around the world a little bit and kind of just give yourself at least an hour, 2 hours just to experience Skyrim for a bit. You may love it. You may be like, okay, this is cool, and go on from there. But Skyrim's a must. Lee had a birthday on Friday. To the millions. Lee had a birthday. He is now 23. So happy birthday again, Lee. And he pinned us out on his birthday, spent time with his family. And then, but we still played Gears of War and continued on. So your birthday was good.
Yeah, it was great stuff.
Did you get any presents? Any prezzies?
I did, but it like nothing to rave about. I didn't
Sure.
ask for much.
You bought yourself
Because-
presents, though. Show everybody your presents you bought yourself.
Yeah, I got the. It's
Oh!
probably reversed on the stream.
No,
but,
it's perfect. It's
all right,
perfect.
It's the Starfield headset, so that was cool.
All right. So what else? So come on, you got something else?
Yeah, I got the, but it's upstairs at the moment. The Starfield controller,
Right.
You have as well,
Which I do
so,
have, which is right here.
Yeah, so I have that as well.
I haven't even opened this up yet. Like I've opened it, but I've not played it, and I won't until the 6th.
I have. It's it plays exactly the
Of
same.
course,
but-
yeah. It's so those of you that've been around my channel a long time. Lee joined us like 6 years ago when he was like 16 years old, and he's really, let's say, previous to this year or last year, he's not really a gamer, but he's becoming a hardcore gamer to the point where he bought Starfield headset and Starfield controller, and the Starfield game will be coming out, and he'll be playing it day one, I believe. And so it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be awesome.
It's even at the point where it's like I'm partly because if you buy it and not just play it on the Game Pass, if you buy it, then it gets like a pre-order thing where you can play it a couple of days early.
Right.
And I'm even considering doing that.
Oh, I will be. I know it's coming out on Game Pass. I will be buying the expensive edition. It's $129. It sucks, but I get pretty much everything. And knowing how many hours and how many times I beat Skyrim, this is going to be. I'm all in on Starfield. I really am. I'm expecting bugs because it's a Bethesda game. It's a massive open world game, but this game to me, it almost seems like this is what I've been waiting for, and I can't wait. And so it's going to be wonderful. I'm excited. It's going to be good. So Starfield, yeah, and I think we got a little Starfield news as well, but I'm not sure how long we're going to be today. There's tons of news, there's tons of stuff, but it's just like, what do you focus on? And that's kind of, we just had to narrow it down because there's the whole Xbox FTC acquisition thing, or Xbox FTC fight in the news right now, and this whole week is all that was, and we've got some news about that. There's some shocking stuff, there's some stupid stuff, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to just share our opinions. You guys are more than welcome to share your opinion. The millions watching and lurking right now, and so we don't really interact with the chat, but we do. You know what I mean? I say we don't, but we do, and but yeah, that's what we're going to do.
The chat comes in with the insights that we don't have, so great talking points for that. So
exactly. So we only got several items. We don't really have a main topic today because I think I'll just get into a rant with some of these things today. Some of the stuff we mentioned, I know I'm going to rant on, and so it's just the way it is.
I mean, we're not really even going to talk about the Nintendo Direct, are we? Like because you reacted to it, and it was very much a disappointment.
Let's talk Nintendo Direct right now. This is how we're going to start Lee News, all right? And we're going to have some official stuff coming up eventually. I do apologize. Diablo 4 is consuming me. If I'm being honest, I should be taking time. I should be getting this, everything looking pretty, everything good, blah, blah, blah. And it's just work is super busy, but Diablo 4 is consuming all of my time, even this morning. As soon as I get up, bam, hopped on Diablo 4. I just had to get a couple dungeons in or whatever, do a couple story missions. So here we go. It's time for Lee News. Boom. All right, that's your Lee News intro. All right, Nintendo Direct. Lee, let's just quickly chat about Nintendo Direct. And this actually should have been the final topic, Lee. This is what we should have talked about for the final topic. Do you want to save it for the final topic?
Yeah, sure, if you want.
No, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Okay,
right.
Let's go. Nintendo Direct. We live streamed it. We reacted to it. And go ahead.
Rip off the Band-Aid.
Ooh.
Or in the UK, a plaster.
A plaster?
Yeah, a plaster or plaster, depending on the region in the UK.
What is that? A Band-Aid?
Yeah, a Band-Aid.
You guys call it a plasta?
A plaster, yeah. A plaster.
Oh, ER. Lightsy put in plaster. Plaster.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You were doing Jamaican right there. I'm plasta. All right. Jim Ryan is here. Who's Lyin or Cryin? You just wait, Jim, because we're going to talk about it. So let's jump into the Nintendo Direct. Can I start? Do you mind if I start Lee News first? Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, of course.
And this hurts. I think that I have leveled up, we'll say, past Nintendo. And this hurts to say. I love Nintendo, always have, always will. But the Nintendo Direct, I was zero excited. Even the Super Mario Wonder, I was just like, it's another Mario game that's a 2D Mario game that's exactly the same as all the others, just with a new power. I was not excited. And I'm not being a Nintendo hater, trust me. You can see all this Nintendo stuff behind me. I love me some Nintendo. And Hades, good to see you. It's just Nintendo Direct was, to me, it was terrible. There was nothing that was just like, oh, this is great. It was just like, oh, really? And I know Nintendo Switch is at its last legs. It has to be. Tears of the Kingdom has to be the last AAA game for the Switch until the new Switch is announced and like, hey, this is what's coming out. Here's what we got going on. It has to be. I was not excited. Okay. Hades says it stank. They need a new, and that's what I want. That's what I've been saying on stream all week. I want Nintendo to start competing again. I want the hardcore system. I want Nintendo achievements. I want just straight up amazing. Grim says it. What do you mean, Lightsy? Oh, it's a Nintendo Switch 3DS. That's the rumor. Nintendo Switch Flip, I think it is, they're calling, or that's the rumor. Our friend at Smash JT, he has an uncle that works. Go to Smash JT on YouTube, and he posted something called the Nintendo Switch Flip. He has an uncle that works at Nintendo, and actually, his uncle told him about the Nintendo Switch Lite before it was even announced. Jeff made a video about it, and bam, Nintendo Switch Lite came out. And so this is the next one. It's a smaller Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo just, their hardware sucks. The only game company to get away. No, I know. It's hard because I love Nintendo, guys. I really do. And it's so unfortunate to see Nintendo go. So Lee, tell me, what were your thoughts on the Nintendo Direct? And then we'll get into the good Xbox and stuff news.
It was just rather disappointing, really. I did not feel engaged. Like I was, like you were doing the stream with your reaction on it. I had the stream open, but I was playing Diablo on the side of it. But it's like even then I could hear you saying throughout the reactions that it's like, it's like that you wanted to get into Diablo. Like it's you're as much as you love Nintendo, like, and you have all the statues and whatever you want, like from it. How much of that is based on nostalgia? It's like it's not.
So I love Animal Crossing. That was the last true Nintendo game I think that I loved. That came out COVID day 2020, March 2020, I think it was. Sure.
I just think like there aren't like many sort of. I think I said it during the stream that that what was the last like IP that got Nintendo IP that grabbed everyone's attention, and it's like the closest thing to that would probably be Splatoon, and that came out 2015. Doesn't seem that long ago.
That was still 8 years, man. That was the last new IP.
Yeah. And I'm sure they do like new IPs all the time. But what I'm saying is like one that grabbed everyone's attention, because Nintendo have really focused on the Japanese market.
Yep.
And because
rightfully so.
And that's what they know works for them. That's what they know gets them money. So they've just sort of like left the rest of the world behind. and what they're doing just isn't enough. They don't care about us anymore.
Yeah, I get it.
We're no longer their target market.
Lightsy just said she hasn't played Animal Crossing in a year and a half, and she has almost like 2,000 hours in Animal Crossing, so that's pretty huge.
But yeah, we're no longer their target market. So
Jim Ryan just said we were focused on all markets, and oh my gosh, he's going to stoke the fire today. I'm telling you right now, Jim Ryan, you're going to stoke the fires because we got some stuff to talk about regarding you, and the millions can actually join in here. So Nintendo Direct, what were we going to say, Lee?
You do know that's not actually Jim
Of course,
Ryan, right?
yeah, but I'm pretending it is, and he's pretending to be just to get me going, and I love it. I love the battle because it really gets me going. It really does. And all right, so Nintendo Direct. I know there's stuff for everybody in a Nintendo Direct, but I want them to appeal to me again. That's what I want. Tears of the Kingdom did fantastic. I have it in the room. It's still in the plastic. I have.
So how do you know it's fantastic?
Oh, it's winning game of the year, dude. Hands down. I still have this that I haven't even opened out of the box. This is the Nintendo Switch Sports. I still have that. My Nintendo Switch is behind behind this monitor. It's collecting lots of dust. I haven't turned it on once this year. And it just drives me crazy. They were talking about the DS. I love the 3DS, guys. I really did. The problem is we have Steam Deck now. It's like the Switch. It's a little bit bigger than a DS, but the power, that's what it is. So the DS is awesome. I love the 3DS. You could walk by, you could exchange your friend Mii's. I thought that was incredible. I think the Mii's need to come back. But here's the thing. I got 185,000 Xbox gamer score. I love Xbox. I'm a fanboy now, but I can still critique the company. But to brag about my Nintendo point score, I'd be such a loser that way. I got 1,000 Nintendo point score. That's what I'd be like. I got 1,000 Mario coins. I'd be all over that. And I think Nintendo is missing. You got coins for walking with the DS. Yes. I think Nintendo's gone backwards since the Wii with their consoles. It's unfortunate. And like I said, I've always loved Nintendo and I always will. Amazing memories. But I think I've leveled up past Nintendo now. I think I have.
And, I would say that I have transcended Nintendo.
But were you ever a Nintendo though? Because you were never really a gamer. I know you've played some.
Yeah, I mean, in a different way to you.
Curvy. Keep
Nintendo
going.
was a part of my own childhood as well.
Wasn't long ago.
Way.
Yep.
But growing up with the Game Boy and the DS, those were my things, and then moving on to the Nintendo Wii, it's like those were my things, and it's like looking at those, I have a lot of nostalgia for them. Sure. But since getting the Switch, I've played the Switch. I think I've run its course with it, to be honest. Yep. And then I've moved on to Xbox. I got the best Xbox you can get at the moment.
That appeals to the inner gamer in you, though, like that hardcore system. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and and that has just it's opened my eyes more to different games. Yeah. Different genres, different play styles. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't think twice about it.
Okay. I would say...
I'm very happy with what I've got.
Perfect. No, and same with me. I have all three, but yeah. If Nintendo... Let's just end the Nintendo talk right here. If the Nintendo Switch Flip comes out, it has to be at least the size of the 3DS XL. Has to be. I can't go smaller. These are too big, all right? And holding a very small, it sucks with my phone. It sucks with my phone. I can't stand it. I checked a work email as it popped up right there. Just wait until PlayStation Lee and really experience the game. Oh, Jim Ryan. Oh. All right, Nintendo Direct. All right, but I still love you, Nintendo. Shigeru Miyamoto, I know you're watching. You want my input on the next Zelda and where it should go, all that stuff. I appreciate that, dude. All right, let's continue on with Lee news. Go ahead, brother.
All right. So in terms of Lee news, Forza Horizon 1 and 2 are shutting down their servers on Xbox this August.
Makes sense.
So, yeah, I mean, like, when did those games come out? Forza 1
A
and
while
2?
ago, but if you think about it, Forza Horizon and Motorsports, whatever, we're years past, and they're free on Game Pass, so that's totally fine. And nobody really wants to play Forza 1 and 2 when you got Forza Horizon 6 and Forza Motorsport 6 and 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right.
Yeah. And I think
Lightsy.
that sort of like goes across the like kind of a point that I've been thinking about recently, that like the shelf life of games, because of like, you know, like things being multiplayer, them having servers and the servers being shut down, the shelf life of games is like a lot shorter than they used to be.
Yeah, pretty much. What's up, Wizzy and Curvy? All right, so Forza 1 and 2 server shutting down. It's totally fine. Oh yeah, the older maps. I see that. I see that for sure. All right, Lee. All right, Lee.
Bethesda's Indiana Jones game is confirmed to be an Xbox exclusive.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Yes. Okay. So I'm excited, but it has to be kind of Uncharted-esque and Tomb Raider-esque. It really does. You can't, and if they do their own Indiana Jones thing, that's fine. It's exclusive to Xbox, which is wonderful. I'm excited. We need that. But how is the game going to be? And if they look at Uncharted and they're like, crap, this is easily an Indiana Jones game. Perfect. They've got so much movies, but they have tons and tons of young Indiana Jones Chronicles. Now, I'm dating myself, boys and girls, and you can see the white hair. You know I'm an old fart. Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, I would say, are just as good, if not better, than the movies.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
Oh,
but,
watch them. Sure. I have all of them on DVD. Young Indiana Jones is played by Sean Patrick Flannery. Amazing. I think in the very first episode, I believe Harrison Ford shows up, or he does in one of those. Jim Ryan, I expect the game to be crap because it's not on PlayStation. That's why you're saying it. I'm saying it's going to be great. I'm Wheezy. I'm amazing. Hope you are. The Indiana Jones game confirmed as an Xbox exclusive. I'm really looking forward to it. If you guys are an Indiana Jones fan, please watch Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. There are some really emotional episodes. There are powerful episodes, and they're just fun adventure episodes. It is so good. Why are you dating Steph? What happened to Steph? That's funny. I see what you did there, Grimmy. All right, Lee, keep going.
But yeah, I just find it interesting that the Indiana Jones game, it wasn't like mentioned during the Xbox showcase, because that was one of my predictions.
They did last year, right? They announced it.
Yes.
Hey, but another thing out of my head, Disney, I believe it's Disney and something else or whatever. They want this to be a franchise. They don't want this to be a one-off game. They want the Indiana Jones game to be a franchise. So more coming down the line. So hopefully Bethesda does. Oh, it's Machine Games, right? I think it's Machine Games making it, or am I thinking of a different story?
I think you're thinking of a different, because it says Bethesda.
Yeah, Bethesda produced and all that stuff, but I don't think Bethesda Game Studios is making it.
Oh yeah, Machine Games.
Okay, so apparently that was going to be coming to PlayStation. But it isn't, Jim Ryan. All right, keep going.
Xbox is expecting the next generation of consoles to begin in 2028.
All right.
So that's a long ways to go. But do you think that's a realistic sort of expectation?
It's happening every 8 years, around the 8-year mark, except for Nintendo. There seems to be a new system, and listen, bugginess and just total crap is two different things, fam. Just saying, bugginess. So Skyrim was a little buggy, but it was amazing. Just saying. So the new console's coming in 2028. I don't know if it's going to be PlayStation. Jim Ryan probably. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Xboxes, Phil Spencer, it was suggested that in 2028, there's going to be the beginning of the new consoles. We got 5 more years. Here's my thing. We need a few more years, 10 plus for new consoles. If they're so flippin' expensive as they are, and you only get a few years within that one cycle, I would like to see a little bit longer, but if not, it's okay. But what are we going to do? Like, what's it going to be? You can already do 4K or 8K and all of this other stuff, and nobody gives a crap except for people who want to talk all flashy stuff. It'll cost the house. Yeah, it'd be the cost of it. Yeah.
I do feel at this point, like, and I might, there is a bias because it's what I've got, but I do think at this point we've reached the point in the current generation of consoles, their life cycle, to now possibly leave the last generation behind. So like the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, I think it's sort of like time to make games that don't really feature them so much.
Well, that's also a lot of the problem is let's say you develop a game for the Xbox Series X in the first 1 year to 2 years of the cycle. You have to spend resources on making sure it runs on the Xbox One as well.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a must. Not everybody gets to the new system, but at some point, these devs have to just say, I'm focusing on the new system. Sorry, guys. And that's it. Yeah. And that would allow a whole lot more for development, testing, and everything else.
And also for it to not need to run on the previous generation, it allows for the game to reach its full potential.
Yeah.
Because then it can be on the newer console at its limits.
No, I agree. So new consoles coming in 2028. I'll probably start 2 years before, because I need to get all the current systems just to stay relevant, somewhat relevant. It's funny, I need to get these current systems to stay relevant, but I don't play the games that are relevant. I just play what I want to play, which is really weird. And that's why I only have 5 million people watching right now instead of 10 to 15 to 20 million people. So yeah, it is what it is. And I just want to hang out and have a good time and chat. If people would actually just come out and say, hey, all right, I like actually talking to Paul. I don't care what game he plays because he's not good at them. But anyways, all right. That's it. New consoles, 2028. How do you guys feel about new consoles out there in the land? Jim Ryan. Unbelievable. Lacey said it'll cost the house. It'd be the cost of a house this time. Well, you know what, Lee? Let's jump to that news there, where consoles and Game Pass are going up in price. Do you have that in your news or no?
Yeah, I do.
All right, go ahead. Better than Crystal, that's all I'm saying. There's a reason I've always loved Grimmy. I'm just saying.
It says it's really like more of a poll, but
right.
Yeah, but it just says that it's basically just going to go up from the 6th of July, and but I think it's understandable. You know, it was going to happen at some point.
Yeah. My whole thing is everything is insanely expensive, and who is not living from paycheck to paycheck? I know there's a couple here that hang out on my channel that do not live paycheck to paycheck. I get it. I live paycheck to paycheck. I do a spreadsheet. I do a budget. And the night before I get paid, Steph and I are sitting there like, okay, how much do we have in the bank? Where's all our money going the next day? And we do it. We do it every week. We do it, and I get paid every 2 weeks. It sucks. So, but my only hobby is video games and stuff. And so it's just like, oh my gosh, now I get it because I pay for Game Pass for me and Isaac. So that's $40 a month. And now it's going to go up. If it's only I'm still going to pay it. So it's going to go up from, was it $17.99 to like $19.99 plus our wonderful taxes. And Lyin lives in Nova Scotia, so she knows how wonderful taxes are, because I'm pretty sure they get taxed heavily and insanely there as well. So that's going to be $45. $45 a month I pay for just to play on Game Pass with Xbox Live Gold and get the games. And then I still have to buy those other games that aren't coming out on Game Pass, because it's just, hey, that's the game I like to play, like Diablo 4. $150 for Diablo 4. It sucks. So it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. So Lyin brought up family plan. There is a family plan for Xbox Game Pass, but it's not everywhere in the world. I think it's only in like 10 to 15 markets right now, and they're slowly releasing it out. A family plan would be perfect, because I could even add Isaiah for him, and of course that would free him up for $15, $20 a month, and whatever the plan is. Either way. And I didn't. So when you could purchase a year of Xbox Live Gold, and you could exchange that for a year's worth of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, I didn't do that. And people did 3 years in a row. Bam, next 3 years, all they're paying was like $180 for 3 years. Anyways, I didn't exploit the system.
Do you think that Xbox Game Pass Gold is worth
Xbox
the gold aspect?
So the gold aspect is a must, because that's the only way you get online to play with multiplayer with people across. It's the only way I can play with you is if I have Xbox Live Gold. Do you know what I mean?
Is it?
Yes, your Game Pass Ultimate gives you gold to play online.
Right.
So yeah, your Game Pass Ultimate, the Ultimate includes Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass PC, Xbox Live Gold, which allows you to play, and then it gives you, of course, the 4 free games from Gold every month, plus all the Xbox stuff. So the only
I thought it was just the free games.
Nope. No, it's
right.
live. It's live.
Okay.
Jim Ryan just said my place's salary is very good. Oh, we're getting to you, Jim. You just hang tight. So yeah, it's going up, but recession time, everything's insanely expensive, and for paying for a family 4 is stupid. I'm just saying. I am just saying it's ridiculous, and it's not easy. It's not like I have stuff, and you're like, oh, Paul must have money. Well, no, I just spend irresponsibly. Like this stuff here, I'm still paying for some of those things.
Yeah, you're paying for PlayStations and Switches that you don't use.
Yeah, that's true. Every month I pay $5 for Nintendo online.
And you buy games for those consoles that you don't play.
That's true. True story. Shut up, Lee. You're a jerk. That's true. I just spend irresponsibly, but it is my hobby. It's my only hobby, guys, and that's just what I spend my money on, and it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. I got nothing to say. I work hard, and then the streaming is a full-time but part-time gig, whatever. Have a good time. All right.
Well, I think it's like, it's most applicable to you, where it's like you work hard and you play hard.
I play hard, baby. That's right. Yeah, I do. All right. Jim Ryan is just really pushing it, so let's keep going. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. All right, keep going.
Jim Ryan wasn't overly concerned about Call of Duty Xbox exclusivity. I disagree.
Here's where the lying and the crying Jim Ryan is coming into effect. So, Lee, I'll give you the mic here for a sec. Let me just read this. Cool. Jim Ryan wasn't overly concerned about Call of Duty Xbox exclusivity. So here's Jim Ryan in an email. He had to turn these over to the FTC, blah, blah, blah. These were all read. Jim Ryan said, it is not an exclusivity play at all. They're thinking bigger than that, and they have to cash to make moves like this. I've spent a fair amount of time with Phil Spencer and Bobby Kotick, and I'm pretty sure we will continue to see Call of Duty on PlayStation for years to come. This is contrary to what he was saying out loud. Okay, contrary. And then he said, we have some good stuff cooking. I'm not complacent. I'd rather this didn't happen, but we'll be okay. We'll be more than okay. This was via The Verge. So, Jim, you lying sucker, to go on the spew that you did about, oh, Call of Duty, we're going to lose out, and PlayStation is nothing on Call of Duty. Life is terrible. What's going to happen, Call of Duty? I love you. I have you tattooed as a tramp stamp on my back. I don't understand it. And so in an email, he's like, yeah, not really worried about it. We're going to be okay. I'm not complacent, but I'd rather it didn't happen. But hey, we get tons of great crap. It blows my mind that this guy is in the position he is, that he would classify as a professional. That would he be? It kills me, Lee. It blows my mind. Lyin, Cryin, Jim Ryan is just nonsense. Go ahead.
It's like trying to convince himself. Like it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you're not really okay, but then you just keep saying to yourself, yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry about it. It's like, no, there's clearly something off. Like, you know, you don't believe that yourself to the point where you have to keep saying it out loud.
So you think he actually is worried about it?
Oh yeah. I think
go ahead.
He's just saying this to try and put other people at ease and put himself at ease. Like he himself does not believe it.
You think, eh?
Yeah. I do a lot of thinking.
No, and I appreciate that. I don't know. It's just to go on the B fest and insert any word for B that you want to do, for him to go on the insanity rants and crying to FTC and to the UK Commission, whatever. It's mind blowing. And he took time to travel all around the world to go crying to people. Just to stop this acquisition. So, all right, let me just add a little something. We'll talk about at the end.
It's like have people been really calling him complacent? Because I don't think people have been calling him complacent, and yet he's stated just there that it's like, well, I'm not complacent. It's like, well, who's been calling you complacent? Like. There's it's sort of like a half truth where it's like, okay, well, maybe you actually are complacent.
And Jim Ryan just said allegedly, but no, this is all in the FTC there, Jim Ryan. All of the stuff you said and all this stuff has come out live during the court battles. Yeah, keep going, Lee. I'm going to find a channel for everybody to go take a look at.
It's like, yeah, it's just the way they've said it just makes it so weird. It's like, yeah, we have a lot of stuff cooking. I'm not complacent. Who's calling me complacent?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Here's what I want you guys to do. I gave you guys the Destin channel. He's the dude from IGN. I watch all of his stuff. He's actually really good. He's been covering this acquisition FTC deal like crazy. And he's been watching it, and he's summing it up like day after day now. He just finished day 2. There's tons of stuff in there, tons of nuggets. Please give those a watch. And I don't care if you support Destin or not. And I shouldn't probably give you a link to say, hey, in the middle of my live, go watch this. Go watch this. I got an NDA, so I can't discuss all the court stuff here. It's incredible. But the fact of I'm getting riled up because there's so much stuff that's flooding my mind. All right, keep going.
And yeah, so it's really he was fighting really hard for this not to happen, and now that he knows he can't stop it, he's just like, oh yeah, I'm not bothered by it. It's like, well, you clearly are.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so that's that. All right, what else you got? Because we got a lot of this stuff going on with. We're ending basically on the Sony stuff here.
Yeah. I mean, like, do you think this would be a segue to like Microsoft is literally now saying that Xbox has lost the console wars.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So,
Sure.
yeah, do you have any of the quotes?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Quote saying that Xbox has lost the console wars and its rivals are positioned to continue to dominate, including by and large by leveraging exclusive content. Xbox had consistently ranked third in consoles behind PlayStation and Nintendo.
All right, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I just think that the other two have a very overwhelming fan base, and it's like and they it says that they're continuing to leverage exclusive content, and it's like as soon as Xbox tries to do it themselves through like Bethesda and the Activision Blizzard,
Yep.
Jim Ryan swoops in. No, you can't do that. It's like, and then the UK's like, oh well, I guess we can't do that.
I've got a single T but out of all of this. All right. The but is Phil Spencer and Microsoft have to say they are third. They have to, regardless if it's true or not. They're setting themselves up to just leap ahead greatly. And it's funny, the narrative right now is you're seeing on the news networks for Xbox is if you want to play RPGs, Xbox is a place to do it now, which is incredible. And it's nice seeing something positive in the news about Xbox. But they have to say that they are third to help push this acquisition through. Do they believe it? I don't know if they believe it because they've set themselves up as an incredible foundation, the system, all of this stuff with Game Pass and all of the other things. They have themselves set up perfectly. But they have to say they're third right now just to look like the weaker vessel in all of this.
So basically, like Xbox at this point are doing call an ambulance, but not for me.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, let's say let's say this acquisition's going to happen. I'm not sure if it is right now, and we'll discuss that at the end. They're set up perfectly right now. Bethesda's starting to come up with Starfield. Apparently, in 5 years, Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be out, but that's looking like the new systems. Blah blah blah. They're setting themselves up for something really good. We got Avowed coming out. All of these games are looking really fantastic. Oh, I want to talk about the acquisition right now, but we'll just wait because, yeah. Anyways, so they have to say they're third. They really do, and it's only because they have to say that to the judge right now. Whether they believe it, I don't think they do. I don't think they are. I don't think Nintendo's really in the market as a competitor. They are doing their own thing and they're recycling their own brands, but not in a good way. But yeah, I think that's what they're doing. I think Xbox has to cry wolf, and that's all it is right now. Numbers wise, yes, they're third. But do they believe they're third? I don't think so.
Yeah, all right.
All right, keep going.
Yeah. So, but with the acquisition stuff, you said you don't want to talk about it.
Oh, we will at the end. We will at the end. Oh, right. Okay. No, hold on. So you're going to do the Sony thing, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's start diving into this now.
All right. Sony won't share confidential PS6 details with Activision if the Xbox detail is approved. So, yeah. So they're just holding the information hostage. Like it's ridiculous. So we simply could not run the risk of a company that was owned by a direct competitor having access to that information. I believe that, and yeah, Jim Ryan also says that I believe it's that their
incentives.
Their primary incentive will at post acquisition would be to optimize its overall Xbox business and not business of acquisition.
Nonsense.
Yeah,
he's just being stupid. So the way it's looking now, now the millions watching, I know a lot of you guys are PlayStation fans. The way it's looking, and I want you guys to know, if this acquisition happens, big if now, and we'll discuss that. Jim Ryan is making Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox. PlayStation is making Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox. And that's all you have to blame.
Yeah.
In this statement, Sony won't share confidential PS6 details with Activision if Xbox deal is approved. Activision they need the specs so they can actually create the game for the PS6. But Jim Ryan's like, oh, there'll be a direct competitor. And I discussed this, what was it, Friday? They don't care. Xbox doesn't care. They're going to make their system as powerful as possible. And they're just going to do it. Like the PS5 that came out, Xbox Series X is way more powerful than PS5. But nobody cares. I don't care. I couldn't care less. Just give me fun games to play. It's all I care about. And I think overall, or the majority of people just want fun games to play, not this nonsense that people are saying, the 12 teraflops in 4K, 60 frames per second, 30 frames. That just gets so tiring. Just give me a good-looking game that plays excellently. And so if you are crying about Call of Duty being Xbox exclusive, that's Master Jim Ryan, Lyin, Cryin. That's his fault. Hands down. He just won't give the information. All right, do you have any other news? Yeah. Is that it? That's Lee news?
I'll see if there's anything else.
No, don't worry about it. I got my stuff.
Yeah, I'm all good now.
All right. So here's the weird thing. We're going to end on this stuff here. This is, and we'll just be a little bit. I want you guys to realize the FTC is an American company, right? The FTC is American. Acquisition Blizzard is American. Xbox is American. Sony is Japanese. So why is the FTC fighting against two American companies to help a Japanese dominating company? It makes no sense. It makes no sense that an American company is doing far less than their competitor financially. And the FTC is like, we're this isn't going to happen. Our hand is being forced because Phil and Xbox are incapable of creating a superior system. Sales reflect that, so they're trying to steal our secrets another way. And that's insane. And if that's true, it's ultimate hater. It's not true. Stop it. So there's something going on. There's something far more dirty in the back end by Jim Ryan, by Sony, because Bill Gates has all the money to throw at it if he wants. He does. Yeah, he really does. But they don't. So Microsoft, you have to realize Xbox is a division of Microsoft. It's separate. So they have their budgets too. They really do. The $69 billion, here you go. And so the FTC is in cahoots right now. Same with the European Union right there with the their little the ex-Sony lawyer, whatever, was high up in making decisions, and he or she was like, no, we're not going to do that, or they, whatever. They're like, yeah, we're not going to allow this. Oh, there's issues, so we can't do this, we can't do that. No, you can't do it. That's why the big stink was going on, because there was a formal Sony executive making the decisions, and they were making it for Sony. That's why they caused all this trouble. So there's something that will come out if this doesn't go through, which I don't think it's going to anymore. And you're going to find out that something dirty with the FTC was going on. There's no reason why this should not go through at all. No reason. There's nothing that's going to propel Xbox far past PlayStation. Every time you say FTC, I'm breaking a singing with me in my head. FTC! So it's so wild. And it's so frustrating. It's annoying that here we are. It was supposed to be done the end of June, or June 20, today. I think today is actually supposed to be the final closing day of the acquisition. Paper signed. Ta-da! There you go. But I don't know. It's really weird. You want to know what else was weird is the Bethesda studio Machine Games was making Starfield exclusive for Sony. exclusive for Sony. And Xbox was like, no, we're going to buy Bethesda now. And they bought Bethesda and they own Starfield. And they're like, no, you're going to make it exclusive for us. How about that news? Sony, it even came out that Sony is using sales. So if there's Xbox games that are on PlayStation, 30% of those revenues go to Sony. 30% of all the revenues that Xbox games are on PlayStation. That's what happens, 30%. And now they're using, so it came out that Sony's using that money to stop games coming on Xbox, like Deathloop, which was a year exclusivity. Ghostwire Tokyo, I believe it was the other one, and a couple others. This is insanely. It's so garbage. I want you guys to go watch those Destin videos. Just the last two. It's all about the FTC. All about it's interesting. Even if you have poop time, just put it on your phone and watch it or listen to it or whatever. Shower time, I bring the iPad in and I blast Destin while I'm taking a shower just so I can catch up on some news and stuff. It's really weird. So there's so much that's coming out right now, and there's so much dirty and sketchy crap that it's frustrating me to death. And there's no reason why this deal should not go forward. The problem we have is that the U.S. government, most governments are using Microsoft Windows on computers. Because of that, it creates a conflict of interest in our core. Oh my gosh. That's so nonsense. No, that's not true. Jim Ryan, you have to realize that everything is going Sony's way. Everything is catering to the larger Japanese company in North America, which is really weird. There's something sketchy going on in the background, and I don't mind saying with the European whatever, which with the UK stuff, it came out. There's a Sony exec in there. That's sketchy. That's a conflict of interest. That person should have excused themselves and allowed the real people to deal with it. And if they had looked at it as like, oh, this is no big deal. Microsoft already doubled down again just recently. Call of Duty will be on PlayStation. It's going to be. We just want a 10-year contract. Nintendo's like, yep, check mark. We know the game's going to be crap on Nintendo, but we want it on Nintendo. Sony, and then Sony's like, well, that's not good enough. You're just going to make it terrible on our version and make it superior on yours. Come on, it already is superior on theirs. Anyways, Lee, anything to say with that garbage?
Are you okay, Paul?
I'm not. I'm frustrated, and it's just so annoying because this stuff here is stirring up the pot with everybody being fanboys and casting stones at Phil Spencer. And I'm guilty of it, saying Lyin, Cryin, Jim Ryan, right? But if you look on the internet, everybody's like, oh, Phil should retire or Phil should step down and Jim Ryan's this and Phil Spencer's that. And even Jim Ryan PS5 was saying, where was it, how much of a dirtbag Phil Spencer is, and that's exactly the problem. Is I'm not surprised it's not coming to PlayStation. Phil Spencer plays a nice guy, but he's really a dirtbag. This is what is causing all of this division. How about every game be multi-platform, except for Nintendo? Nintendo doesn't give a crap, but PlayStation and Xbox are pretty much equal. I don't know. God of War is already on PC. Spider-Man, I think, is coming to PC, or did it come out on PC?
I don't know.
I think it came out on PC. But anyways, but why? Why is the FTC like heavily supporting the Japanese company and totally against the two American companies merging? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's something in the background there. It's not that the FTC doesn't understand, even though they did ask some stupid questions, some really dumb questions the FTC asked. And it was just like, clearly you guys aren't gamers and you don't understand whatsoever electronics or anything. It was quite funny. Final question, Lee, will the acquisition happen?
Yeah.
It's going to? Okay.
Yeah, I think the acquisition will happen. I don't think it will. You know, obviously, it's not going to go down as smoothly as we want.
It's going to be. It's going to be at the end of this month, dude. The final ruling is supposed to be the end of this month.
I think like a lot of it will be dependent on the UK I think, because like the
I think they moved on from the UK.
have they?
Yeah, it's the FTC now. That's the
Right.
main thing. So if the
So-
FTC thing is a no, then the acquisition's dead.
Right, but has the UK approved it?
So if the UK's irrelevant right now, and I'm not saying that to be a jerk, it's just they'll change stuff up business wise. And I'm not sure the final ruling with the UK. So what I've heard and read is if the UK doesn't finalize it, they'll just restructure where the UK doesn't get the Activision Blizzard games.
Sure.
And it is what it is.
And it makes sense from a business standpoint. I just don't want that to be the case.
Listen, your government is holding these guys to task, saying, "WTF are you doing? You are basically destroying our future with tech, and even future tech industries coming to the UK because you guys are clowns. Stop it." And so I haven't heard much more. Right now is the FTC. So if the FTC can tie Xbox up into 3 years of litigation, Xbox is like, no, I'm not doing it. We're done. We're not going to follow through with the acquisition. But they still have $69 billion to say, what are we going to do? They could buy EA. They could buy Ubisoft. They could buy, I don't know, who's the other giant companies. And with all honesty, Ubisoft's only worth like $4 billion. EA's only worth a few billion. I'm pretty sure. I think we looked at it a few weeks ago, right? EA just split off into a separate division, so it's not electronic, or it's not like EA Sports or anything like that. I got the email. I'm not sure. EA.
It's like Play or something, wasn't it?
You know what? I just didn't care, I guess. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Electronic Arts has a market cap or net worth of $34.16 billion as of June 23. So they could buy EA. They could buy Ubisoft. So hold on. Ubisoft net worth. Ubisoft net worth is only $3.46 billion. EA is trying to be bought out. Okay. So that's the thing. So if, let's say, Activision Blizzard doesn't happen, they're not going to take that $69 billion and just like, okay, we'll just throw it back in our company. All right, we're going to put it in a bank. They're going to go out, and I'm pretty sure Ubisoft is in a dire state right now. And the new game X Defiant, Isaiah was saying yesterday, seems to be kind of saving Ubisoft right now. And I haven't played X Defiant, but that's where we're at, guys. There's big things ahead.
Saving Ubisoft.
So as in, so X Defiant is getting insane reviews right now.
So is the stuff on the Ubisoft Forward that showcase?
I'm not sure.
That are not enough.
I just didn't even pay attention to X Defiant, but it's Isaiah said it's like the way Call of Duty should be. It's also it's a PvP sort of map game. Yeah, casino, a COD killer. Isaiah was saying it's the way it should be and what used to be. And so people are flocking to this game. It's a beta right now. And this is what they want. Call of Duty is huge because of what they've established they were and used to be. And so this is X Defiant looks like it's going to be massively in the, with the E-League stuff or the, video game sports. Like that. Esports. That's a frig, man. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be massive in esports. And so if it's massive in esports, this is going to catch on like fire and could be the Ubisoft savior, what they need. People are starting to get tired of the same old stuff from Ubisoft. But I love Ubisoft games. Project Renee, Sims 5 will just be their last saving grace. For Ubisoft? Yeah, we'll see, I guess.
But I'm just thinking, like, it's interesting that the games that they put in the showcase.
Yeah, okay.
Like the Avatar game, the Assassin's Creed,
right?
The Crew. It's not the stuff that's going to be the saving grace for them.
Yeah, so this weekend was a free-to-play weekend for X Defiant. So I'm not interested, but I know if I tried it, I'd probably get like super interested, possibly. But I just whatever. I don't know. But that's where we're at. I don't know if it's going to happen. I held out hope until probably the beginning of this week. And after seeing all the stuff that's being said, the questions that are being asked, and the judge even asking some questions, the judge did ask a question, does Sony have exclusives? So my mind is, why are these judges and why are the FTC people have no clue about the video game market? How can they rule and judge over this stuff? Which is so frustrating. And Phil Spencer was like, oh my gosh, yes, Nintendo both and Sony have many exclusives. As an Xbox fanboy, Sony has way better exclusives. Easily, hands down. The stories are better, the gameplay's better. I don't play Xbox for their exclusives. I never have. I just prefer Xbox. I just the controller for one is amazing. The new PS5 controller is top notch, so I don't mind saying. But yeah, it's just whatever. That's that. And I'm looking at my PlayStation right here in the corner. It has not been turned on in not once this year. I'll tell you that.
Like there was the thing on the Pure Xbox about the best Xbox exclusives, and just looking through them, it's like there's Sea of Thieves,
good game,
Planet of Lana, Forza Horizon 5,
good game,
Immortality. I've never played that. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah. Niche.
Rare Replay.
That's silly. That's just all. It's just all the Rare games into one. But all right, it is what it is.
As Dusk Falls.
Okay.
Gears 5.
Yep.
Valheim.
No way.
And that was it.
Valheim is a Microsoft exclusive, I would assume.
It's
it would have to be, because it just came to Xbox, right? It just came to Xbox, so it has to be just a PC Microsoft sort of. Well, who makes Valheim?
Yeah.
Not that I give a crap about Valheim. Yes, I streamed it many times, not by choice. It's Xbox.
Stain Publishing.
Okay.
That's the publisher, at least. Coffee Stain.
Developers is Iron Gate Studios.
Yeah, Iron Gate. Yeah.
And yeah, okay. All right. Anyways, yeah. So if you look at those, meh. But if you look at Sony's, you've got The Last of Us. You have God of War. You've got the Death Stranding, which I just think it just came out on PC, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of some other really good PlayStation exclusives. Ghost of Tsushima, which is my favorite out of all of them. Ghost of Tsushima, or Tsushima, however you want to pronounce it, is so good. It was my game of the year. The year it came out. I wish it would come to Xbox, honestly, just so I could play it again on my Xbox. That's just, if you've not played Ghost of Tsushima, it is so good. Second game that I think ever made me cry. It was amazing. The story was so powerful, but the look was gorgeous. I may actually bring it out into the living room and try to play it again. It's just I have an Xbox Series X in the living room as well, and in here, and I play both of them every day. I stream from my Xbox, and then I play out there before I start work. Oh, anyways. All right, Lee, anything else? It's on Xbox Game Pass. Oh, the Valheim? Not happening? No, I know it. Jim, I don't imagine it. I don't imagine it will happen. It should, though, just as a heads up, because Ghost of Tsushima should be experienced by everybody. Everybody. That's how good that game is. And it to me, it doesn't matter if it's a PlayStation exclusive. It is what it is. I bought it for PS5, like the remake or the enhanced version. But I'd love to see it come to Xbox. And those that are on PC, I'd love to see them get to play it too. It's that good of a game. But here I am. You can see I'm an Xbox fanboy, but I know Sony has a better exclusives, hands down. And Xbox does need to get their crap going by pushing out these games, getting great stories told, getting great gameplay, and Redfall is not the way you do it. You don't push a game out. And I just saw that was it patch 11 or something just came out for Redfall. I didn't read the notes because I don't care. And but in another 9 to 10 months, that game's going to be great. Redfall should be.
Yeah, but that'll be too late then.
Should be experienced by PlayStation supporters only. No, not at all. Not at all. Ultimate Hater. I think he messed up by posting under your Ultimate Hater 87 account instead of your Jim Ryan PS5 account. That's so funny. Yeah, it's awesome. Dang, wrong account. Mark, I love it, dude.
Awesome.
You're amazing, man. Thank you so much, Mark. I love it when you hop in with alternate accounts, even with the D Trump stuff. That was so good. Yeah, the acquisition, I don't know if it's going to happen now, but I'm excited to see where it goes. Just because the Activision Blizzard thing doesn't happen, it doesn't mean anything at all. It doesn't mean anything. It just means they just don't own that company, as most of those games would be multi-platform, because they have to make their $69 billion back. But come another 5 years down the road for the new systems, we'll see. I could see the next Diablo, which the next Diablo is not going to be 10 or 11 years, just as a heads up. Rod Ferguson already said it's not going to take that long for the next one. So, all right, Lee, anything else? I'm glad you think you're holding ship for me, which I appreciate it, because I'm wavering on whether it's going to happen or not. But you're like, yeah, I think it's going to happen. So, and I told you guys for a year it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And then today I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So. This week, what's it, James? What's it looking like this week for yourself?
I should be fairly free.
Fairly?
I mean, well, yeah. The Tuesday, I'm not 100% sure on, but I should be good for that.
Okay.
Because, yeah, because my friend's pinning me out. But he's got a good excuse for that.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Did someone call me? Jim Ryan is D Trump 2024. Jim Ryan is a great friend. We can trust him, and we all should love him. His friend's pimping him out. James just said. So your friend's pimping you out on Tuesday. Sorry to hear that. So you possibly are good for Tuesday.
Yeah, and as well for the rest of the week.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. And we'll find out when James is available. I'm off work on Tuesday. I'm off work on Friday. So early Gears stream Tuesday. We may stream early. We'll see.
All right.
We'll figure it out. But Isaac is off school now for the next 2 months. So he's just lives in this room here, playing on my computer all freaking day, which is frustrating.
Playing Roblox.
Yeah, and that's mainly what he's doing. Those games are insanely brutal. Part-time Paul Strikes Again. Suck it, James. The Roblox is brutal. There's some games that are just nasty graphically, as in blood everywhere and cutting these people in half and all that other stuff. It's crazy. Good old Roblox. All right, Lee, where can they find you in all your shout-outs? Oh, speaking of part-time, James, are you available at all this week? Or even though you passed your exam, are you revising at all, or rubbing Mumsy's feet, or are you doing anything else?
Did he pass?
Yeah, he passed. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, he passed with a high grade, too. And so he's
awesome.
actually,
well done, James.
Yeah, he's been promoted to professional level, which is amazing. Super proud of him because he's put in tons of work, and James deserves the best. You put in that work, you deserve.
Absolutely.
And especially 2 years of being treated like crap from a company, made the leap to go, and then he came back to Pharaoh TV and gets himself a woman, gets himself promotions. Pharaoh TV's where it's at, brother. You're not playing with your favorite Brit this week, then? So you're not joining us? You big baby. We don't have to play Diablo every single day. I'm playing Diablo every day. But James, if you're available, I'll even play Gears for a couple days, or we'll play some different games. Listen, the last time the three of us played, what was that game, As Dusk Falls or whatever it was, we had a great time trying to do that. So if there's any multiplayer games.
And I love the part of the game when I just override.
Yeah, that's not fun.
And then just
not fun at all.
And changed the whole game.
So, yeah, we can jump on something. All right. You let me know what it is, James, and we'll do it. All right. You let me know what it is. Come up with something. Find different games, I guess, if you want, and we'll play them. I just I'm consumed with Diablo 4, but I'll be playing early in the morning because I don't sleep. Right. So we're good. All right, Lee, where can they find you in all your shout-outs?
Oh, you already asked that question.
Yeah, you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right. So Lee didn't answer it, but he said he did. So find him on all those socials. Another one, socials. Well, another air quote. What I was air quoting was when you said friend. And so I was just teasing you. Lee gets Twitter. Yeah. We need a Lee News. That's what we need. I need to create a Lee News logo, and that needs to be on a shirt. Good job, James. That news is huge, second only to my presidential announcement. All right, you can find me on all my socials down in the description. So as for Lee, my name is Paul. You guys take care. No, not yet. And you can find me on my social stuff. It's all in the, whether it's Twitch or YouTube, we stream on both. It's all down the bottom. Follow me. You can join Discord. I just haven't really posted much to Discord because you don't get much feedback. Go fix up the arcade. Steph's off today, so I can't. But I'm going to go do yard work, so I need to do some of that. And a couple of my bushes in the front yard are dying, which sucks. Kind of frustrated by that because as of today, last year, let me just show you. As usual, my name is Piggity Paul. Let me just show you, and I'm going to show you on a small, because my iPad's out there. If I check my Facebook memories, I dug an 85-foot trench.
Yeah, I thought that as well, James.
What do you see? Your front bush is dying? Oh, hey, the carpet matches the drapes. Just saying, James. And you take that for what it's worth, but that's exactly how it is. I dug this 85-foot trench in my front yard, and I planted a bunch of bushes.
Digging trenches when you get Isaiah to do that.
No way. No, he doesn't. And this is how it ended up. You can see the bushes going straight down the line. That big bush on the right-hand side is gone. But yeah, actually, yeah, let me show you this one. This is my house. And like I said, the big front bushes are all gone right there. And that's Ella in the front yard. But yeah, that whole line, man. And I was sore for like a week. But a couple at the end are dying. And so I'm going to go get some new soil. I'm going to plant some crap and see if I can get those bushes to revive. I think there's 3 of them that are dying. But I planted like 40 of them. And it's not easy work. I'm just saying, as an old fat man, it's not easy to do that stuff. So here we go. All right.
You're not old.
I'm 47 and I don't take care of myself. So I'm going to say I'm pretty friggin' old.
I don't think anyone takes care of themselves.
No, I got to, dude. I went and bought a couple books yesterday. The doctor suggested, full transparency. You ready? And I probably even shouldn't say this during the podcast, but you guys know I tell you guys everything. So I went to the doctor on Friday, and not only has she suggested me speak to a grief counselor, but she said to find these books called Intuitive Eating. He's more black gold now than man. James, there it is. She told me to find this book called Intuitive Eating, and then there's a workbook as well. And it's more, I'm pretty sure it's more, it's not how to eat. It's, I think, how to make choices during times of not happiness, we'll say, or when you're not feeling so great, or dealing with grief, or something goes wrong. Like the first thing you do, I grab a snack, and not just a little snack, a bunch of snacks.
But the thing is that in those times, you're not in the headspace to be making those choices. You're just wanting that release. Like, you're just wanting to... I
want that comfort from the nasty food.
Yes.
And so
so it's like you're not in the headspace to be thinking, oh, right, well, something bad has happened, but I'm going to have an apple instead. It's like, that's not what it is.
I'm pretty sure this gets to more of the psychological part of it, too, to help you make those choices during those struggling times, because I don't want an apple. I want a big bag of chips.
Oh yeah. I
want a full bag of zesty Doritos. I'm just saying. So that's me. And so yeah, we're trying. So tomorrow, chips. Tomorrow is I bought the books yesterday, and so we're going to try to rock it. I'm going to try to get rid of this. I'm going to try, which is delicious, by the way.
Yeah. You'll get rid of them after you drink them all.
Yes. No, that's true. Yeah. Yes, and I'll probably have like 6 or 7 cans today, but that's nothing. I can drink a 2-liter instantly at supper time. That's no big deal. All right, you wonderful people. Thank you all for the millions. Thank you so much for hanging out. I know there's tons of lurkers, so I really appreciate you guys. And you guys are all amazing. So, yeah, thank you, Jim Ryan, for hanging out. And thank you, D. Trump. Good to see you. James, even though you've been awake for the last 3 hours because you were sending me messages on Instagram, you finally showed up at the end, so thank you. So here,
couldn't be bothered to walk into the other room.
couldn't be bothered. Yeah, or just lay on his back typing on his phone. Hey, Paul. Hey, Lee. None of that stuff. Have a great day, Kirby. Thank you so much. Thank you, lurkers. I really appreciate you guys. So here we go. As for Lee, my name is Paul, and you guys take care. Here we go. Put that knife in deeper. I'm still have feeling in my legs. Yeah, well, now he knows how we feel, Lee, pinning us out. Mark and James both can join the podcast, but nope. I want to lay in my bed and not walk 5 feet. Terrible. So you've got not a busy week then this week. Yeah,
it's busy work-wise.
Sure, yeah. We'll see what James comes up for TTFN, chaps. We'll see what James comes up for games this week, and we'll play whatever he suggests, multiplayer games. They'll be fun. And we'll probably maybe rock an extra gears day. Very synchronized point at the end. Curvy, I know, eh? Lee did the same thing. Bye. See you, Lightsy. Thank you so much for hanging out. Grimmy, take care, my man. Good to see you. Boys, oh boys. Yeah, that was good. I just get riled up with this whole acquisition nonsense. It just drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. Paul. One sec.
You don't say.
What's that?
You don't say.
And you don't say. So yeah, I haven't watched the second Destin video, but I do recommend you watch that just for because he's really good. He's really smart, and he's not boring or anything because he actually gives his personal feedback. He likes Xbox as well. He's more of an Xbox fan, but he knows he's kind of the same with me. But he actually has a large platform where he works for IGN and is always on their shows and all that stuff. So yeah, Destin's really great. Good guy to follow and stuff. But yeah, what do you got planned this week or this week for the rest of the day? Vote for me, no D Trump. Anything for the rest of the day?
Not really, no. It's still quite muggy, like in terms of the air at the moment.
For us,
just exhausting.
Yeah, for us, it's just insane rain all week, and so today it's super cloudy as always, but right now it's 16 degrees. That's it.
All right.
Which is great. That's a perfect day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all week,
I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, all week the high is 20. But the rain we are getting, man, 5 millimeters, 25 to 30, 25 to 30, 15, 5 to 10. So in 3 days maximum.
At least it's still not snow.
Yeah, snow sucks now. I'm reached an age where I don't like snow, but as a Canadian, it's totally fine. It's just like, oh, now I gotta go shovel. It just sucks.
Snow is fun for like a day, and then you just want rid of it after.
Yeah, our winters are so flipping long. Our winters are at least 6 months. Our cold weather's at least 6 months. If not, no, our cold weather's longer because September it actually gets chilly in nights. Like, oh crap, I should wear a sweater. But the daytime gets warm, super hot maybe, in the high 20s and drops down to like 5 degrees, 4 degrees. It's really weird. Oh, all right. Let's say bye to everybody. Everybody still lurking in the chat. Thank you guys so much. You're all amazing. You guys have a wonderful time and hopefully